Mr Chair, first call.
David Shearer.
Thank you, Mr Chair. Sir, I rise to support Chris Hipkins' amendment. And as he says, it isn't fair. But what I would like to say is that I think it's probably even fairer to push through, as David Clark's amendment does, right through to the election, so that it is actually an election issue. Because let's face it, sir, in budgets gone by, in the old budgets of the past, people used to go out in the evenings and fill up their cars the day before, because they think petrol's going to go up. This government has the practice of cutting some clause out of KiwiSaver every single budget, so that it undermines the very premise on which this scheme is running. 2.5 million people have signed up to KiwiSaver. 2.5 million people. It is an outstanding success. And why are those people signing up? Well, according to the IRD, and the IRD have done an extensive number of surveys on this, 65% of those people who sign up for KiwiSaver do so to collect the $1,000 kickstart. So now you've just removed that out of the way, on top of all of the other issues, all of the other cuts that have been made over the years by this government. And what you're seeing is it's sort of like a chair that's had one leg cut off and then another leg cut off. And so, slowly but surely, this government is wanting to see how long it's going to be before KiwiSaver just completely collapses and falls over and New Zealanders lose confidence in it. Because if there's one thing that I believe that changing the commencement clause will do, will give people the ability to be able to say whether they want to keep this kickstart or not. And that will enable them, before the next election, according to David Clark's amendment that he's putting up, to have a fair and true, make a fair and true decision of whether they want that $1,000 or not. And I would say that just about everybody, of course, will want it. And they will want it not only for the value of the dollar that it represents, but it also represents continuing to maintain the integrity of a scheme that is important over time. Because we go into a pension scheme, we go into a superannuation scheme now, and it's been passed in the past now, and people won't have the opportunity to do this anymore. But we go into a superannuation scheme on the understanding that there's going to be a nest egg at the end, that the incentives for us to put our money into that scheme, into that nest egg, are going to be there. But we've had at least 6 different cuts to KiwiSaver in the course of this government. They've cut, for example, the minimum member contribution. That was in 2009. They've cut the member fee subsidy. That was in April 2009. They've cut the compulsory employer contributions. They've cut the employer tax credit to disincentivise employers to put money into it. They've cut the member...
Point of order.
Mr Chair, I raise this point of order.